happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. Today I'll be reviewing the Kaito Voyager XL KA700 emergency radio. It has the FM, AM weather bands, includes an MP3 player, Bluetooth capability, and a record function. Quite a lot in one small radio. I purchased my radio for a total of $79.95 from Amazon. And I got the yellow one. Sweet. Here's some of the options it can do. Side of the box has little symbols corresponding to what they also do. We have pictures of the radio. And the back, more of the same, which was on the front. Okay, so let's show you what was in the box. First, we get a cool cable. It's a micro USB for charging the internal lithium battery and to interface the radio to your PC as a USB speaker. Cool. Next, we get the complimentary limited warranty and project registration guide here. You just go through this, fill it out, send it in, get your warranty. Great. Next we get a quick operation guide, and this thing is so cool. I wish all radios with all these features had stuff like this, because you can just quickly go through what the buttons do. Just amazing that they did this. Just an extra bit of information that's awesome at a glance. I love it. Yeah. Pay attention, guys. Kaito's doing it right. Love it. Next, the manual for the KA700. Pretty concise, easy to read. You have no trouble figuring this radio out. It took about 8 to 10 minutes to go through the manual. This one here took a little longer to figure out. Radio schedule time recording. It's a feature that I wanted, and it works, and we'll kind of go over that a little bit. So anyway, a lot of features we're going to try to touch on. I might miss a couple, but if I do, just comment below and tell me what I missed, or if you need to elaborate on something, I will. All right. So let's go to the radio. All right, it comes bubble wrapped. Nice. Take the radio out. There we are. Okay. First, let's go over dimensions. 8 inches long, 5 inches high, and a depth of 2¼ inches. It's cool. Let's go put Iron Man next to it so you get an idea. The size. All right. So features, there's a lot. So let's start with the left side of the radio. We have the Dynamo crank. Very easy to use. Kind of locks in that little spot there. Mine, I had to add a little tape to get it to lock. And I mentioned that in my other video. I called Kaito and they told me that that shouldn't happen and they're going to send me a new radio. So they cover their products. They say the first 30 days, if you notice any problems, defects, call them and they'll send you a new radio and they'll give you a receipt to send a new one, the old one back, and you're off and you're good to go. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna make a big deal out of it, but they told me to go ahead and do that. So awesome. Yay for Kaito's customer service. They get a thumbs up from me. Okay, so right side of the radio, we have the light. It acts as a red LED SOS light also. Here we have a tuning knob, little notches in there. Here we have a volume control knob, which is nice and smooth. I like the use of that. All right, top edge of the radio, we have an SD micro, and it supports up to 32 gigabytes. Here we have the lamp control switch. So we have reading lights, SOS light, that blinker, and then the main flashlight. Okay, front of the radio, Kaito KA700. We have the 2-inch speaker, which sounds really good. We have a charge light indicator, microphone. We have the LCD screen, which you guys probably want to know how big it is. It's one thing I didn't measure. And so it's about a 1.75 inches about there, a little under, yeah. But it's very high contrast and very easy to read. So even though it's a small screen, it's easily legible. So let's go down to the buttons. A lot of buttons on here. NOAA alert button. The mute button with a lock key function to lock out the button presses. Here we have radio MP3 mode button and a Bluetooth button. numeric keypad for direct entry of your frequencies. Here we have an escape and menu function keys. These two you're going to use exclusively with this radio, and you're going to use them a lot because you have to menu dive. Up here we have weather band, which also, if you can see with the red, acts as your repeat function and MP3 playback. Here we have the AM band button, and it also functions your A to B function on your MP3. Here we have memory down for your radio, and then we have record function. Next button here is the tuning down and then back in your MP3 playback. Power button, FM band, play, pause, and there's so many functions. And then it also has, when you're in Bluetooth, to pick up the phone or hang up the phone. Here we have memory forward and EQ function in the MP3 playback. I really wish they would implement that in the regular radio mode. Boy, would that be cool to have an EQ mode in the regular radio. Here we have the tuning forward and forward tracks on your MP3 playback. Cool. All right, I think we covered most of the front of the radio. Let's go to the back. Oh, yeah. So the back's cool. It's got this huge solar panel to charge the internal battery. Here we have the antenna, which is a 14.5-inch variety. Let me open this up here. Here it has 5 LEDs for your reading lamp. This thing's pretty cool. If we turn this on, let's do a little test. This thing's super bright. Yeah, you'll be able to read no problem with this. It's almost more light output than the main light. Pretty neat. And of course that pivots to get the different light from different sources if you're trying to charge. Nice. Let's go turn that off. All right, in the bottom here we have a battery compartment. There's the battery, Lithium Ion 18650, removable, so you can put a new one in if it goes bad, or if you have spares that are ready to go. Here is the ports. Let me show you this. Here we have a switch off and on that controls the output when you're charging your phone with the Dynamo. Here we have the DC in 5 volts to charge the battery, and also you can listen to the radio, though they recommend charging it with the radio off for best charging capability. Here we have the headphone jack, and this headphone jack is really good. No hiss. It's amazing FM stereo. So when you're using headphones with this radio, you're going to be very happy. I was very impressed with it. Down here we have a line-in jack for external devices to use this as a PA type speaker. It does not record the line-in, unfortunately. So you don't have recording on line-in. I hope they change that in the future. That would be nice. Little extras. Bottom, 2 little rubber standoffs there to stand up on. And let's get to the radio. All right, let's turn it on. Kaito, yeah, see that real nice screen? I love it. Waiting. Okay, I'll raise my antenna for the bands here. So you can tune by these tuning buttons here. Or you can turn it here. Just be careful not to tune too fast, because if you do, it remembers how many steps and it goes that many steps. You can see it changing up here.
For North Central Illinois, Northeast Illinois, and Northwest Indiana. For tonight, the following weather hazards can be expected.
If you need alert mode, you press alert.
Now here is the hazard.
Quick press, excuse me. Now when you're in this mode, the radio does nothing else. You can't listen to AM, you can't go to FM, you can't go back to your weather band. You're just stuck with the alert looking at you like this. Light will go off and it'll still say alert. That's the only downside of this radio. You can still use the light functions, but that's all you get. I wish they would change that. That's one thing I wish they would change. So go ahead and get out of that.
This weather discussion, fog dense in the morning, will linger into early Thursday.
Mute the audio.
Information statement. Spotter activation will not be necessary.
Okay, so we'll go to the FM band. And you can tune it by 1 steps with the volume knob. So it's showing it's in mono mode there. We're going to direct enter a station. And then after you do this, you have to hit the band. If you get a strong signal, you can see it comes in stereo. So pretty cool. Let's move on. I'm going to put my antenna down. And I'm just going to lower the camera so we can do a little bit of searching with the AM, so we don't have to worry about any copyright stuff typically. So we're going to go AM. There's different ways to tune this radio. There's like a ton of ways. You can tune it with the knob, and it goes up 10K steps. Okay. You can also tune with this. Same way. These also press and let go, and it seeks out. Awesome. Okay. Also, there is a automatic search and store feature under the menu button. So whatever band you're on, you hit menu, and then you can. I use the knob to select. You can use these two buttons too. Auto search. So if you hit auto search, it'll scan the entire band and add them all to the presets. Now, if you had any manually saved, it would overwrite it, unfortunately. AM, you get 132 presets. FM, you get 440. Don't know why that is, but 132 is pretty decent for AM. Pretty happy they did that. Another good job, guys. So you can see that's how it tunes. And then when you want to tune with your memory, you just hit these buttons. You see it changing on the memory. Alright, so let's go to a station we can hear. So here's a radio program playing classic radio. We can record it. Press and hold the record button. And now we're recording this program. We're recording at 32 kilohertz frequency at 128 kilobits per second sample rate. It's fixed, you cannot change those two values, but it's plenty for this radio, and it's amazing. Also, a bit of information, if you're on the FM band and you're recording your song and it's in stereo, it records in stereo. Another great feature. I love it. And it's not the recordings come out beautiful. I did not detect any kind of noise from the recording function, like the lesser inexpensive radios. So it's a great recorder. And here you got elapsed time and time left on the SD card. There's a 8 gigabyte card in here, and it's giving me 136 hours of record time. You can pause the recording if the commercial came on. And once the commercial's over, you can resume by hitting pause again. And then when you're all done with your recording, you can hit escape. It will save the file, and it'll go back to the station you were listening to. It's awesome. Alright, so now we're going to go to the MP3 mode and show you that. Here we go. Let's go for audio quality here. Sounds great. You can change the EQ mode here while it's playing. If you notice, it says NOR for normal. If you watch that, it'll change as I hit the button. Pop. Rock. Jazz. Classical. Soft. And bass. And back to normal. If you look up here, you'll see elapsed time on the track and how long the track is. Next to the EQ, you'll see the repeat function with an A. A means all songs on the SD card or programs. Here we're on 1 of 11. That's the total number of files on the card. You can change that by hitting that repeat function on the weather band button to all in one folder. Same song over and over. And then repeat random all. It's nice. Here we can go to the next track. If you hold down the same button, you can seek in that track. So fast forward there. always include this one. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are loving it, aren't you? And I can do this without worrying about copyright. Okay, and then you can put like radio programs, which is the main reason why I love this device.
Adventures in time and space, transcribed in future tense.
This is a good shows, by the way, on Dimension X, if you're wondering. I love them. And then I think I have Inner Sanctum. These are pretty cool mysteries. All right, so let's go ahead and pause that. Oh, and the spectrum analyzer is pretty cool too, if you noticed. Pretty responsive for the type of device. And so let's go ahead and touch on the menu function. So if you go to the main menu, you'll see here we have some different icons. I'm going to use the tuning knob to go back and forth. So we have radio play, music. Pretty much you can do the same function with that button there. But here we have a text browser, which I love. You can access that by hitting the menu button. And then I have a radio station text file there. And you can see I put in radio stations that I found, how far away they are from me. And I can scroll that with my tuning wheel. And you can see I'm just going through, just kind of quickly doing it down the file. So this is really nice for somebody who wants contact lists, preparedness lists, routes to take if they're trying to evacuate and they don't have their phone, or this is the only device they're able to grab. They have all that information in text files, which become invaluable to have all that in one spot. So yeah, big bonus to be able to have a text browser. Didn't understand why it would have that, and now I really do, and it really makes sense. And you could even put small short stories to read to the children or to yourself to entertain yourself, and it's usable. So definitely a neat function to see in a radio, especially an emergency radio. I can't stress it enough. I think that's a really awesome feature. So we'll escape this and we'll kind of just go into a quick view menu choices. So we'll go to there's a calendar mode, which is pretty basic. Just shows you the calendar, time, day, handy, at a quick glance. Then you can hit escape again here, and we just go to a different setting, escape, and typically it will go. Okay, so there's a way it'll actually default to go to your clock, which will show like just a big clock display, and you can set the years by just tuning the knob here. So we'll get out of this mode and show you the tools. So let's go to tools here, hit menu to select, and then you can see you got system time, language, backlight. Backlight you can set from 3 seconds to 240 seconds. Contrast, this is like 10 right now. It goes all the way to 20, so you can make it black where you can't even see it. Timer, alarm, recording function. This says schedule recording. You can actually set it up so it records at a certain time every evening, and that's amazing. But it doesn't have an elapsed time. Like you can't say it to do it for 30 minutes, 90 minutes. Even when you set the sleep timer, it doesn't work. So you have to be there to turn it off once it's started. So that's okay. Like if you want to make sure it gets started recording, and who cares? You got so much space on that SD card. Just let it record all day if you have to, and then you can just edit it later. So, but just nice that it has that feature. And you just scroll through, like I say, with this, makes it real simple and easy to use. And we'll escape again. There's our clock. Okay, I wanted to show that to you, so you can at least see the clock without anything else happening with the radio. But if you wait 3 minutes, it auto turns off in this mode if the radio is not playing and it's in the menu mode. So, all right, well, let's turn off the radio and we'll do final thoughts. Goodbye. Final thoughts on the radio. Is the radio worth $80? Yes, to me it is. I just purchased the KA700 looking for an MP3 playback device. It does everything, and I was pretty happy with it. Did most everything I wanted it to do, but I'll be honest with you, to spend $40 more, this is quite the worthy upgrade. I love the reading lamp in the back. I love the larger solar panel. I love how it's easier to crank. It's easier to hold on to. I like the key placement better. I love the audio quality, number one. Way better audio quality. That this speaker really makes a difference. The fit and finish is really nice. I like the carry strap. It's just a great great well-made radio. It does the record function very well. Also adding that scheduled recording is nice on this radio. What else can I say about it? I love the color, yellow. It's awesome. So yes, if you like this radio, you like this review, hit the thumbs up. Love you guys. If this is your first time and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I put a video out every evening of new radios, old radios, semi-old radios, different devices, just amazing stuff. So if you're interested in the radio hobby, definitely subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be notified. I put about one video out every evening. So comment below about this radio. If you like this Kaito KA700, let me know. If you own one, let me know. I'm really digging it. This is my, wow, this is gonna be my go-to emergency radio from now on. I love what it does. It does very well, so I'm very happy. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.